So, what would you like to see happen with Geronimo's or Laura? If you could wave a magic wand and say Geronimo's law comes into fruition next week, what would you like it to encompass? Just TB, or rights generally for the individual animal in law?
I would like, I mean, obviously TB is the topic that we got dragged into, but Geronimo stands up for so much more than that. He stands up for welfare, for best practice, and really for animal welfare first. You know, no animal should be treated like he was. People should be able to visit a farm and have good biosecurity and have a big sign on the front gate saying, this is a Geronimo farm, and we have Geronimo standards on here. So we have good biosecurity. We treat our animals well. We support that ethos, and we want animals to be treated like sentient beings. We want science to be credible and validated before you start experimenting on new species and pretending that you know what you're doing. And let's have some credibility behind government decisions, and everyone just accept that there are other ways of doing things and there are better ways of doing things. And it might not be the easiest, it might not be the cheapest, but if you genuinely want to get rid of disease, then you've got to tackle it head on and deal with it. And what I keep being told by people is, well, we have to balance it with economics and exports. We don't have to export cattle meat if we don't want to. We're not in the EU anymore.
No, nobody will take our meat anymore, will they?
Oh, exactly. but we have choices, you know, and those choices might not be easy or popular or whatever, but they've got to be made. You either want to eradicate disease of TB and other diseases from this country, or you don't. They're doing it with BVD. BVD, they took it by the horns and they said, right, okay, let's try and get rid of it. And they're doing that. We've got check schemes for BVD and stuff in cattle. Doesn't seem to be a major issue in camelids. And my message to camelid people, camelid vets, owners, whatever, fence it out, keep it out, get biosecure, and you should not, and don't buy it in, and make proper buying choices. On-farm risk assessments. Vets should be working with every farm, doing proper farm risk assessments, and let's get on top of it. If government started to fund positive behavior and stop threatening people, give them the biosecurity tools, fund it, you know, reduce compensation if they refuse. I'm sorry, that might not be popular, but that's what's going to have to happen if we're going to really tackle it. And, you know, there's no point sitting there in government going, oh, it's really difficult. That's all that's doing. That's negligence. You know, that's not helping animals. It's not helping the wildlife. It's certainly not helping owners. You know, we know what the suicide rates are in the farming and veterinary industry. You don't need to be reminded about that. You know,
we're winners there, aren't we?
Yeah, there's massive knock-on effects that are not measured. You know, and you've got these apathetic people who would rather sit in government and be dishonest. And I think one of the things that people are so shocked about is that the degree and the pattern of behavior that we uncovered over the last 4, if now 5 years, is horrific. Nobody should have to put up with that. Nobody. And we got to change it. So, yeah, so Geronimo's law stands up for whatever fits, really. I mean, it's just, we could go on and on, you know.